Mag-record na jud ko ha. Ivan, pag-record na dira in 5 seconds. Okay, good day everyone. So we are the group 7 and we are here to present our report about the learners with difficulty in self-care. So before we dive into our report, let's watch this video first.
Sa bayan ng Konsolasyon, nakatira ang mag-inang Mian at Ivan. Si Mian na lamang ang nagpapalaki sa kaniyang anak dahil maagang pumanaw ang kaniyang asawa. Bata pa lamang si Ivan ay makikita na nila ang katamaran, umaasa sa magulang at hindi interesado sa mga bagay-bagay. Hirap din itong mamili at magpalit ng maisusuot. Pagsisipilyo at paghawak ng kutsara at tinidor sa oras ng kainan. Anak, kain ka na. Si mama na nga.
Baka pwedeng imay na kita.
Pakibuksan nga po.
Ha? Pabili na naman yung
Ayaw eh. Tapos hindi ko pa rin mahanap ang muntin.
akin na nga. Pagkatapos mong kumain ito, magpipilyo ka, okay? O nak, ba't ka ba nagsisipilyo na walang toothpaste? Akin na nga. O, ito. Ito na. Nak, di naman ganyan. Si mama na. Pagkatapos mo riyan, magugas ka ng kamay. Pagkatapos, magbihis ka ng damit. Baka matuyuan ka ng pawis mo.
Kundi
Ano ba yan, anak? Ang kalat-kalat naman.
kasi akong gamit na may nasusuot.
O, ito. Suot mo. Nak, baliktad. Ika. O, ito. Ay, naku!
Hindi ganyan. Hay, parang iba na yata kinikilos ng anak ko. Parang di na nagalawan ng 15 anyos. Hay, bukas makalawa, papatingin ko siya sa doktor.
Excuse po, kaya po si Miss rin.
Yes.
Ano po kung kayo, sumunod po sa akin.
Magandang umaga po, Mrs. Siya po ba yung anak niyo?
Yes po.
Maaari ko ba ang tanungin kung ano ang mga napapansin mo sa kanya nitong mga nakaraang taon?
Lately, hindi na niya kayang alagaan yung sarili niya. Tapos, he always needs my guide talaga. Kaya ayun,
Ilang taon na po nga po pala itong anak niyo?
15 years old.
Okay, 15 years old. Ganito po kasi yun, Mrs. Sa mga edad na 3 gulang hanggang 5, kaya na ng mga ibang bata na magsipilyo ng sarili nila, magsuklay, na hindi na masyadong kinakailangan yung kalinga ng isang magulang. Pero sa case po ng iyong anak, 15 years old na po siya at tama po ba na kailangan niyo po siyang tulungan magsuot ng damit? Tama po ba? Paano naman po sa pagsisipilyo? Marunong po ba siya?
Hindi.
Kailangan pa din po ng, kaya naman. Paano naman po pag kumakain siya? Marunong na ba siyang kumain? Hindi pa din. Sa tingin ko po, ang inyong anak po, isa po siya sa mga tao may, kung tatawagin natin, difficulty with self-care. Ito po yung mga tao na ito na kung saan late ang kanilang development. Masasabi po natin kasi po, kagaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, sa edad na 3 hanggang 5 taong gulang, kaya na nilang mag-toothbrush ng sarili, kumain. Pero sa case po ng anak ninyo, ay kinakailangan niyo po yung guidance niyo. Kaya naman po, Mrs., sa tingin ko po, ang kinakailangan niyong gawin ay ituro mo sa kanya. Huwag mong gawin lamang ito, ituro mo sa kanya paano hugasan yung kamay niya. Ituro mo step by step. Para naman na maalala niya, siguraduhin niyo pong naaalala niya. Huwag niyo pong itong tapusin sa isang araw lamang. Araw-arawin mo po siya slowly but surely na matututunan niyo po yun. May mga katanungan po ba kayo?
Wala na.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
Tuloy-tuloy ang pagkatuto ni Ivan. Makalipas ang ilang taon, namatay ang kanyang ina dahil ito'y inatake sa puso. Naiwang mag-isa si Ivan at siya ngayon ay patuloy pa ring bumabangon sa kabila ng hirap nang iniwan siya ng kanyang ina. Kasalukuyang nakahiga ngayon si Ivan habang inaalala ang mga kahapong naging sandigan niya ang kanyang ina. Nang biglang
Ano ba, Ivan? Magmumukmuk ka na lang ba dito habang buhay?
Ano bang ginagawa mo dito? Umuwi ka na.
Hindi. Hindi ako uwi hanggat hindi ka bumabangon riyan. Tignan mo nga yung pagmumukha mo. Yung buhok mo ang haba na. Yung bigote mo, hindi ka pa nga yata nakakain eh. Pati pagligo, pagpabawas, kailangan may nakaalalay sa'yo.
Ano bang pakialam mo? Buhay ko to.
Baka nakakalimutan mong kaibigan mo ako, Ivan. At mas lalong may pakialam ako, lalo na kay tita. Isang taon na pumanaw si tita. Sa tingin mo ba natutuwa siya sa mga pinanggagawa mo? Sa pagiging ganito mo? Dahan-dahan ka na lang bumabalik sa dati. Sa pagiging tamad, pabaya. Ano? Ngayon, mag-isip-isip ka riyan at tawagan mo ako. Naghihintay sa akin sa kanya.
Hello, Iho. Kumusta ka?
Ay, hi po tita. Okay lang po. Si Kim po.
Wala, naliligo ko. Bakit? May papasabi ka?
Pakisabi lang po na tumawag ako at alam niyo na po yun. Salamat po.
Alam.
Nandito ka na pala. Sino siya?
Reyna, kaibigan ko, anak ng Dr. Mutake.
Ay, ba nga pala.
Reyna.
Sige, pasok po kayo.
Tinulungan nga nila si Ivan upang maibalik ang dating itsura nito. Tinulungan nila kung paano magsuklay, mag-shave, at magbihis ng maayos. Sila ang maituturing na mga tunay na kaibigan. Walang nag-iiwanan, laging nagdadamayan.
Okay, the video that you just saw was an example of someone who has a difficulty with self-care. So as you can see, even though he is already at his 15 years of age, he still needs the guidance of his parents. Before we proceed to our reporting, I would like to introduce myself first. So I am Vanessa Lorime Alayan and I am the leader of the Group 7. I have here my group mates. They also take part on making the role play and also the reporting. So I have here Mian Sigarino, Janvi Romero, Kimberly Alcantin, Reynalyn Panansoro, Ben Gomera, and Mr. Sensei C. Lembaga. So now, let's dive in deeper to know what is learners with difficulty with self-care. So let's start. So, what is self-care? So when we say self-care, it is things that you do to take care of your well-being physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. It is how we take care of ourselves. So when we say difficulty in self-care, what is it all about? So Miss Reynalyn Paninsoro, kindly read the difficulty in self-care.
Difficulty in self-care, reliance on others to perform self-care for them, no interest in developing independence.
Okay, thank you so much. So, as I've read earlier, when I say self-care, it is how we take care of ourselves. But when we say difficulty in self-care, it is we rely on other people to perform our self-care. Just like in the video that you saw, the boy needs the guidance of her mother to do how to brush himself, to eat. He can't eat by himself. He needs a guidance by someone. And that is what is difficulty in self-care all about. Now, let's proceed to the next slide to know more about difficulty in self-care. So, what is the identification of someone or a child that has a self-care difficulties? So, we have here first is to unable to feed themselves independently. So if we refer to the video that you just saw, that the person was also having a hard time feeding himself. And that is one of the identification that a child or someone has a difficulty with self-care. He is having a hard time feeding himself, even holding the culturally in the right place. So next is requires more help than others in their age to get dressed or undressed. Also, it can be also seen in the video how that person um, having a hard time dressing himself. It also refused to eat certain foods. So there are types of foods that person, that child doesn't want to eat because it might for them it might be harmful. And next is to unable to coordinate movements to brush teeth. So it is also seen in the video where the person is also having a hard time brushing his own teeth. If we think about a child aging from 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 years old, they already know how to brush their own teeth. But in the video, since that person is having a difficulty in self-care, he needs a reliance to someone to brush his teeth because he can't do it by himself. So next is require extensive help to fall asleep. So even in falling asleep, they also have hard time making themselves sleep. And next is late development of daytime toileting. So when we say toileting, mostly of the kids nowadays, as I've mentioned the ages earlier, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, they can already go to toilet by themselves. They can toilet by themselves. But people or child with difficulty in self-care, it is one of the identification where they have late development when it comes to toileting. So now let's proceed to the next slide to know more about it. So, what are the learning characteristics of someone with difficulty in self-care? So, can I have Miss Janvi Romero to read the following difficulties that can be seen in a child at school?
So, learning characteristics. When a child has difficulties in self care, they might also have difficulties in the following at school. So, first is following instructions, ability to understand and be able to initiate the tasks to be done as requested by the teacher. The next is receptive language or understanding, comprehension of language. And lastly is the social skills, which is the poor socializing skills due to excess fear and paranoia.
So, thank you so much. So, these are the following characteristics. So, let's start first with following instruction. So, when it comes to a child going into a school and that child has a difficulty with self-care, it's hard for them to follow instruction. It is hard for them to even comprehend what is the instruction all about. For normal kids, for those kids that doesn't have any difficulties, they can understand easily the instruction all about. So when the teachers say, get a piece of paper, normal kids or kids without difficulties can easily get a piece of paper. But when we say a person with difficulty in self-care, when a teacher will say, okay, get a piece of paper, it is also hard for them to follow what it is all about. Next is to receptive language or the comprehension of language. Although they can talk, some of them can talk actually, or they can also have a conversation, but there are also types of difficulties and self-cares where they have a hard time comprehending a language. It is hard for them to understand what the people is saying, and it is also hard for them to understand what it is all about. That is why they also have a hard time when it comes to following instruction because they are having a hard time in comprehending it. So next is social skills. They are having paranoia on meeting with other person since they are have this difficulty with self-cares. Some of them are afraid to have a social skills with others because they are conscious of what they have. They're conscious on their bodies. They are conscious on their self-care. So now let's learn more about learning characteristics. Let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, can I have Miss Kimberly Alcantine read this one?
Learning characteristics. When a child has difficulties in self care, they might also have difficulties in the following at school. First is fine motor skills, second, organization, third, learning new tasks, and last is the executive functioning.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. So we have next is the fine motor skills. They have difficulty in self-care, which is even opening a lunchbox for them is already hard. Even tying their shoes is already hard for them. Uh, Difficulties with persons with difficulties in self-care, having fine motor skills is also someone hard for them. Even next is the organization, the ability to know what materials are involved in a task is also hard for them to organize these materials. Learning new tests, it is even harder for them to learn new tests since I've mentioned earlier that one of also their learning characteristics is having a hard time comprehending things or comprehending language. That is why learning new tests for them is also hard for them. They find it hard to retain to their memories because of their intellectual capacities. And the last one is executive functioning. This is the higher order reasoning and thinking skills. They don't have that much. Mostly of those people with difficulties in self-care has a hard time with executive functioning or the high reasoning. So now let's proceed to the next slide. So now these are the general educational adaptation. So these are the following that we need to give to those persons with difficulties in self-care. First is to use visual aids. So mostly of those persons with self-care difficulties, they are visual learners. They can easily understand things if they see it with their own two eyes, if they can see it how it is done, if they can see it how it is all about, they can understand it more clearly. Scaffold the instruction, provide cooperative learning strategies with large and small groups. They also have You have to make them socialize even with just starting with a small group. Provide learning aids such as manipulatives and models to help students on conceptual understanding and skills building. So as what I've said earlier, mostly of person with self-care difficulties, they are more on as a visual learnings. They need to see it to know what is it all about. So now let's proceed to the next slide. So can I have Miss Mian Sigurino to read all of this?
General educational adaptations. First, introduce only one concept at a time and teach to mastery. Second, use acronyms to help remember words or phrases. Third, use songs, rhymes, or rhythms to help students remember information. Fourth, use flashcards for individual or group review. And last, encourage students to sub-vocalize while learning.
Okay, thank you so much. So first we have introduced one concept only at a time. So as you can see in the video, the psychologists uh, said to the mother that as much as possible, teach the child slowly but surely. Teach them even just how to wash their hands, on how to step by step wash their hands. Teach them at one at a time. I don't teach them many things in a day. And when it comes to teaching them, be more patient and let them know and let them master that skills before letting them learn another one. I use acronym to help remember words or phrases. So you will use acronyms so that those people with difficulties in self-care easily remember if you say that word. And then is use songs, rhymes, or rhythms to help students remember information. So if you still remember, even when we are young, even in kindergartens, it is easy for us to remember the ABCDs, the colors when we sing it. So that is also applicable to people with self-care difficulties. We need to use songs, rhymes, and rhythms so that they can easily understand. Use of flashcards for individual or group review. As what I mentioned earlier, person with self-care difficulties, they are more on visual learnings. So using of flashcards, it could also help them and encourage students to sub-vocalize while learning. Always remember that in learning, in teaching those people with persons with difficulties, you have to know if don't give them all of the information at once. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next slide. So, what are the support services needed? So, may I have Mr. Ivan Gomero to read the four?
Support services needed. Psychologists, counselors, and behavior specialists, social worker, juvenile justice program, pediatrician for public health and other medication.
Okay, so thank you so much. So these are some of the support services needed for those people with self-care difficulties. So next is psychologists, counselors, and behavior specialists. These people are knowledgeable enough to know what are the things needed to do so that they could help those people with difficulty in self-care. Another thing is social worker. They can also be a big help when it comes to juvenile justice program. When we say this one, it focuses on the goals of skills development. It also focuses on the goal of protection measure. And pediatrician for public health and other medication. These four are one they are just some of the support services needed for those people with self-care difficulties. So these are some of the peoples that you can go into if you know someone or if you have someone that has person with self-care difficulties, because with them they can surely help you what are the things that needed to do. So next slide please. So that would be all. Thank you so much for listening and watching our video. And before I end this, I will leave you a quote by Tara Westover. So, the greatest act of self care is to believe that we are worthy of care. And that would be all. Thank you so much.